Hey, how you guys and girls doing out there today? It is John Cam back with another video. And in this video, we're going to switch it up and we're going to do some CSS today. So in the last one, we was doing HTML. And if you didn't follow along, I'm going to leave a link in the description or put a box somewhere on the screen so you can click on that and watch my HTML series that I got. You know, it's not a long series. You know, I want to say roughly it's maybe an hour long, maybe. I'm not sure, but I want to say about an hour long of HTML. But it's cut up in little bits, little segments. But anyways, we're gonna get into this CSS, and you know the first thing I want to do is remove this. Let's see what it say. My experiences of HTML. We're no longer doing HTML, so I'm gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna say my experience with CSS. All right. So now we in CSS. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is what is CSS, right? CSS is cascading style sheets. I can never really say that word, cascading style sheets. I don't even think I can spell it, so I'm not going to even try it. But I can tell you that it's a style sheet. And basically what it does is it allows you to, manipulate the HTML elements to where, let's say you want to change the color of a background. You'll be able to change it within inside of CSS. If you want to change the color of a text, you can change it within inside of CSS. If you want to move things around on the screen, you will use CSS to make it move around, make it bigger, make it smaller. It just allows you to do a lot of designing, and pretty much designing the site the way you want it to look. You know, so let's get into this. Okay, so there's three ways that you can use CSS. It's pretty much, there's three ways you can use CSS, and one of those ways is you can use it within inside of the HTML tags. You can do it right within where you do your attributes. It's pretty much an attribute once you use it in the tag. If you use HTML in the tags, it's an attribute. And another way you can do it is within inside of your header up here, this header section. Anywhere in between this, well, actually we put it below the title. That's where I put it. I think you can't, well, I think you can put it anywhere, but I think it's preferably used here underneath the title, so you'll use all of this space here under the title. And then the other place you can do it is externally, which I will get into. I think that'll be the last thing that I get into and showing you how that works. But let's get into it and show you a small example of it. And we'll just say we're gonna do a header one. So let's do a header one, right? And let's say you want to use the style. You want well first let's add something into this. So we'll go back to doing hello world again, right? Oops, can't spell world. Alright, so what you do is when you want to style inside of a tag, you're gonna type in the word style. But you don't want to have it capitalized, so it's gonna be all lowercase. So it's gonna say style, and then you're gonna use the equal sign. Oops, and then the two quotation marks, right? So this is where you're gonna put all your styles inside of here. So this is how you set it up with the style equal and then the two quotation marks. Then let's say we want to change the color of hello world, right? So the best way to do that is to type in color, and then you're gonna use the colon, and then you'll just use your color. What color would we do here? Let's say yellow, for instance, right? So we want to use yellow. Now you're not done. What you got to do now is put a semicolon at the end of that, and then it completes it. So this is how you pretty much do the styling for all of it. Now you're not gonna put style twice. The only thing you're gonna be doing is putting what you want inside of here. So let's just see how this works first. And let me save it, and then we're gonna go to the page here. and pull this up. Ooh, that yellow look horrendous. Let's change that color real fast. So I'm gonna change that color because I ain't like that. Let's just do red, right? And then we'll hit save and hit refresh. Oh, we don't have to. It's already there. So there we go. Hello world. Let me pull it in so you can see it better. So we got hello world, right? So let's just say you want to change the background on this same um, what you call it, the hello world that we got. So now we're gonna just give it a little space. You don't necessarily have to space it here, but just to make it look more neater, you probably want to space it. And then you go background, oops, color. Now when you're doing anytime you're doing a separate word, you're gonna add this dash here. Otherwise it will not work. So if you're doing color, if you're doing image, if you're doing the clip, as you can see on the screen, if you're doing attachment, you want to add a dash and then that word. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, of course, we're going to do the colon, and then we're going to do what color we want. So let's go with, let's see, what's a good color? Let's go gray, I guess. We can just use gray. And then semicolon at the end. And that completes it. And then we're going to go save it. And then we're going to go here to the, oh, I can't get to it. Here it is. And you'll see the background of that word is gray. And I mean, that pretty much is what HTML is inside of the style. And then let's say you want to style something else. We can do a paragraph. We can do the background actually. The background sitting right here. So we'll do the same thing we did here. We do style equal double quotes, and then we'll just do a background color of blue, semicolon. Alright, so don't forget the colon and don't forget the semicolon. So you're going to do your background color. Then to separate it, you're going to use the colon, and then you're going to put your color, and then you're going to do semicolon to close it. So, and then we'll save it. Go back, you'll see that it turned blue. The background of that text is gray. The text color is red, and that's pretty much how you do it inside of it. Now, when you're using this, what you call it? When you're using this, let me move this over. I don't care for all that. Alright, we just want the text. Alright, so when we're using this, pretty much this is not recommended to do your style inside of a tag. You can do that if you want, but then your code start to become kind of, too large or too sloppy looking when you start putting a lot of these in there. So, this is not really recommended, but if you want to start out this way, it's perfectly fine just to learn it and do it this way, but just not prefer to do it that way. Alright, so with that said, on the next video, we're going to talk about, the other way that you can also put it into, well, actually, we can complete this because this is pretty easy. We're going to go with style sheet, right? So the other way you can do style sheet is also within inside of your HTML document. And you can also put it up here, like I said, inside of the header. Now, the way you would do it here is you would actually build a tag for it. So you'll say, what is that? Greater than symbol. Then you'll go style, and I don't know how to capitalize, and you'll close it, and then it'll give you a closing tag inside of brackets, as you can see, and then it becomes a tag, and you just want to give it a little spacing so you can see, so you can start putting your code, right? Alright, and then let's just say we do, well, let's get rid of this first. Let's get rid of this style, because now we no longer need it here. We can do it here now. So we can actually do the same thing, or we can change it up. We'll say, let's say we want the color of the text to be green. So we'll go color again, right? and then we'll just do the colon and then type in green, and then you can do a semicolon, right? And that will end. Oh no, I'm sorry, I did that all wrong. The first thing you have to do is reference what you're trying to change. So you want to go to the tag H1 first. Then once you type in H1, you want to put in these two double brackets here, right? And then give it a little space so you can type in the actual property you want. So you'll put not style, but you'll put color, colon, and then green, and semicolon to close it. And then you'll see that it's going to change. Now, it's going to get rid of all of the stuff that we did right here, and it's going to just change only the text. So the background is going to be white. The background, this gray, won't be there no more. So you'll see once I hit save. And, oh yeah, I'm sorry, the background color is still in here. I'm sorry. Let's remove that background color because we don't want anything inside of these tags anymore. So, there we go. So let me move this over. As you can see here that it says hello world, it's in green. And what else we got going on here? Let's move this over a little bit more so I can just have both the browser and the code editor within inside of the same window. Alright, so now we got this color. So now let's say we want to add another one, right? So now we want a background color. We're going to do background color. Oops, I cannot spell today. Background color, same way we did it inside of the tag, but now we're going to do it inside of the style within inside of the head, okay? And then we're going to just do a background color of, what's another color I haven't used yet? Brown, I guess. I don't never use brown, but we'll use it today. And then we'll close it with a semicolon, and then come over to your save, hit save, and you'll see it change. Now you got a font color of green and a background color of brown, which looks red. It's not, but it's supposed to be brown, as you can see right here, but their interpretation of brown is totally different. So that's pretty much how you use it within inside of the tags and how you use it inside of the header. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to use it inside of the external. You want to show you how to use it externally rather than inside of the body of the HTML document. Alright, so if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to comment and let me know if it's something you need to know, or you want to just say what's up. Do that too. I'll see you later. Peace.